Por el amor de una mujer. Sin saberse comprender. Yo no quiero nuestro amor solo.
Hi, welcome to Cooking with Amar. Today we're going to make a salsa to add to our salsa collection. This one is a no cook, so we won't be using the stove at all or microwave. Everything is natural, and except for one thing, and I'll show you which one it is. Okay, to start with, I'm going to be using 3 tomatoes, 3 jalapenos, 1 whole onion. This is a white onion. They're not pungent, but they tend to be a little bit on the sweet side. Okay, and then about half a cup of cilantro. I'm going to have this chopped, and I'm going to have we're going to use 2 teaspoons of salt. If you're on a salt diet, you want to make sure that you reduce your salt according to your doctor's suggestions. The tools we're going to be using is a knife. It's a very sharp knife. It's like a Japanese knife. And of course, as I talked to in grinders, this is a cutter. And as you can see, there's small squares I'm going to be using. There's big ones I don't use often, but these are the ones I'm going to be using. And it's put in there and pressed. So the tomatoes and onions and all will be uniform in size, and that's what I want. And then we also have a can of tomato sauce. This is processed. So this one is not part of the natural, all, non-cooked, non-processed food. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up everything, and then we'll be back. Alright, I've gone ahead and sliced everything the way I want to, so I can use the chopper. As you can see, the tomatoes are all sliced uniformly. So is the onion. So are the chilies. And then the cilantro is chopped fine, and there's a few over this area which are going to be for the top. I'm going to drizzle it, and it'll be for garnishing. It'll be for presentation. And then of course I have my salt here. So this is how this works. You have the small blades set up, you have the container that's empty and clean, and this is your pusher and it's cleaned out. So I'm going to show you how. I'm going to put the tomato there. If I put the tomato there, I put the tomato face down, cut side down, and as simple as that. You don't want to go all the way up and slam it down. It's going to break this unit. This is made of plastic. I've had some trouble with another type of cutter, which is very good, but I broke the hinges from trying to cut something which is too tough. So I don't use that unit anymore because it's broken. But also I don't cut those type of things. So I'm going to continue cutting my tomato, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. The first one was not enough, so like this. It sounds like it's loud, but it's okay. Now come closer so I can show you what they look like. If you notice, the tomatoes are uniformly cut. it saves me from actually doing it by hand. I'd have to cut the tomatoes crosswise like that and crosswise like this and slice it. That is too much. I do have a machine that I could prepare that could do that sort of cutting, but the problem is it creates a lot of juice. That's the mandolin slicer. So I'm not going to use that because of the amount of juice it creates. I want it right now clean. So let me go ahead and finish cutting all of these. Let me put an onion there so you can see what an onion looks like. I'm going to put one of these guys here. It doesn't matter if they're slices like this. It's okay because it's going to cut it anyway. So don't be alarmed if your onions are not perfectly round, because they're going to be cut anyway. All right. So this is how you do it. You lay the top down of this, hold it down by the hinges so it's protected, and with the other hand just slap it down like this. One quick move, and let me show you what the onions look like. Come a little bit closer so you can see. See, the onions are all uniform, perfectly cut. Now these onions are laminated because of the way the bulb is. The bulb is not a solid piece, it's layers and layers of onion. So when it's chopped like that, it chops all of them into little squares. It slices them down the side like this, and this is already cut, so when it ends up it looks like a flat square. So I have nothing to worry about with onions. Onions are awesome to cut in this, and it's very quick. If you had to do it by hand, all of this, it'd take you some time. The only thing you need to do is slice them. That's the only preparation you need. The rest is done by this machine. So I'll be back when I finish slicing all of this. Alright? I went ahead and sliced all the onions and tomatoes and the chilies. I tried slicing some of the cilantro jammed up. So I had already cut up the cilantro, so it's okay. And you put this in the bowl and you mix. You pour the salt also in it, and you fold it. You fold it like that, and you get all the tomato sauce I put also in there. That is the only unprocessed. That's the only processed food. Everything else is all natural. Now some people like to use natural, what they call organic. It's up to you whether you want organic or non-organic. What's the difference between the two? Well, what's the organic business all about? Well, the organic does not have any pesticides or anything to prevent the bugs from biting them. You know, bugs are going to eat too. So what I mean by that is there's no preservatives. Everything is natural. Okay. And that's up to you if you want to use natural tomatoes. And then we've got different kinds of tomatoes. We've got the wine ripened, we've got cherry tomatoes, whichever is which you're comfortable with. That's okay. You can use whatever you want. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this, but I'm going to add a twist. Yesterday I made a different kind of salsa, and this is the water. It's a broth. A broth is anything that is boiled and then it's caused to release its liquids. So I'm going to pour a little bit in here. Maybe I put two of these spoons, because it has a delicious chili flavor. So this is not the normal method of making the salsa, but I'm adding my own twist to it. So it's all ready. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and put it in the fridge. But before I do that, I'm going to show you how I'm going to garnish this. So you can put a little bit of this, and then I told you you can use lime and salt. But we're going to taste this and see how this is. if there's enough salt. If there's too much salt, it'll be all right. It'll mix with the food, with the tacos, whatever we're gonna have. We're gonna have this on Mother's Day. My sister, husband, and I preparing the food, and so we're gonna have a taco bar. So I'm going to be making carnitas and tacos and chicken carnitas. If you look at my website, you'll see that it's there. So I'm going to go ahead and taste this right now and see how it is. It has a nice kick to it. It has enough salt in it. And I can taste a little chili from that broth we made earlier. So this is what's called Pico de Gallo. When you translate it, it sounds like a rooster's beak. I don't know how they came up with the name, but next time I'll find out. I'll be sure to share that with you. So I'm going to cover this with plastic and put it in the fridge, and we're all done with this. Thank you for watching Cooking with Amar. Please like and subscribe. I'd also like your comments. I would like to see what you think of this. This is my twist on Pico de Gallo. It's a very simple, easy, as you've seen, it's easy. Has few ingredients. You just chop them up. If you don't have one of those fancy choppers I have, you can cut it up with your hands. Make sure that they're uniform. Not all different sizes. That's part of the aesthetics. Well, thank you for watching again. God bless you.